letters here? Not yet. We do have one letter from a resident of that area. I don't know. Did everybody get the letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll have to read that into the public record. So I guess we'll turn the meeting over to Justin after this acting portion is over. So if that's
Do we
okay.
have
Huh?
we have enough people? Now, do I understand, if my memory serves me right, Brenda recused herself last time?
Yes,
Correct,
she did.
correct, yep.
Okay, so I would suggest that for the
I'll plug
watching
out.
audience, that you would shut your video off,
Sure. You want me to do that now?
so there's no confusion, or it's up to
Here.
I didn't
Madam
know if you
Chair.
wanted to go through the minutes first or,
Sure.
Why don't we
Well,
do that?
You probably shouldn't.
okay, I don't want to confuse anybody.
Yeah, that might be best just to stay out of it, so there's
Okie
no.
dokie. Good seeing you
Let's,
guys.
Yeah, don't
Well-
go away too far.
Nope, nope.
because our agenda does have the roll call voting designation and minutes. So we might as well do that.
Okay,
It's 6:37. I will call this meeting to order as acting chairman until we get through this hearing, and then we will turn it over to chairman Justin Miller. So roll call would be Ted Wilkinson.
Here.
Very good. Justin Miller
Yeah.
here. Pam Sanderson, I am here, and Brenda DiMatteo is present.
Yep.
However, she is recused. But Brenda, you can vote on the minutes.
oh, nice.
It may be best that she not vote on this case. That's all that's in those minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah, I
So,
agree.
Brenda, you're
I'm
still-
gonna mute out now.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm
All right.
here. I'm watching and I'm here.
That's great.
And
Stick
you're
around.
totally into it. We know. All right. So we have the draft minutes from September 28th. Have a motion to accept.
Yes, so moved.
And do we have a second?
Second.
And do we have any discussion for errors and omissions?
So I just had one about, we asked the applicant if they were comfortable with 3-member board, correct?
Yes, we did.
Can we just make sure that's in the minutes somewhere along the lines?
I think that would be great because it does not say that, it does have the voter designation. It does have that she's recused. So, Susan, I think that would be great if you could add that the applicant was asked if going forward with 3 board members was fine, as it would have to be a unanimous vote, and
Yep.
they agreed.
Yep, I'll add
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Any other errors and omissions?
No, I didn't say anything.
No, I see that we read through all the criteria on everything. And then we continued the case pending hearing from the public due to the online forum and not everybody being able to get through or be able to speak that way. So we have a motion on the floor by Ted, seconded by Justin, to accept the minutes. All those in favor?
Excuse me, can
Say
we
aye.
include an amendment?
What?
Can we just specify the change that was just required? It gets complicated, but I'd be happy to withdraw my motion just generically to approve the minutes and to specify to approve these minutes as amended.
Okay,
Thank you.
and just still second, okay?
Yep. Second, yeah.
Perfect. So, motion, we might as well I'll just do a roll call vote, be easier than trying to see everybody waving when I only see Justin. So Ted, how do you vote?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
And I vote yes. So minutes are approved. So next on our agenda is the case 20-1, June Kulikowski, Big Buck and Bigelow Road, map 125, lot 23, 24. Do we have the applicant present?
Nobody else has joined.
Madam Chair, may I ask, Susan, did you send the Zoom info to them?
Yeah, I think I sent it out when I sent out the packets. Or not the packets, the agenda and minutes to everybody.
They might not be aware of, but they should be on that top. But then again, I didn't catch it either on the Zoom meeting on the agenda. So
I mean, it's on the
wonder-
website too, so.
on the website. And we were clear that it was 10:26.
Yep.
And it does say 6:30 on the agenda. And it does say 6:30 meeting on the website,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure that there's no complication there.
I'm not sure there's a clear Zoom link from the website. If you go to the ZBA minutes and agendas and try to, there is no current agenda. Half an hour ago, there wasn't, nor was there a link. And then I went to the town calendar, and once again, there is no Zoom link for this.
It's on the
meeting.
agenda.
Oh, good.
It's on the agenda.
Okay.
If they are over on YouTube and they are wondering how to get to us, do we have a phone number they could call?
Madam Chair, I can text Scott Frankowitz right now if you'd like. He
Okay.
is the representative.
Okay, thank
that
you.
was
I mean,
there.
yeah. I think because of this type of meeting and being online and perhaps confusion,
Yeah,
that we at least owe the applicant the chance.
Right.
I agree.
Or there might be a little confusion thinking that it's 7 rather than 6:30, because a lot of the meetings do start at 7.
That's what I was thinking, that he probably thinks it's at 7.
Text him and see what he says. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we have that. We have the minutes passed. 10/26, 2020. We have the applicant. We do have a phone number here too for June on her application.
Susan, if you want to, oh, wait a minute. Oh, he said yes, but I won't be on till 7.
Oh, so he did think it was at
Oh,
7.
she's calling me right now. Hold on.
Okay,
Hello? Yes.
I think that's what happened the last time, because he didn't show up until like 7. So maybe
Yeah,
we
that
should
could-
move these till 7.
no, because some of us are sleepy, right, Ted?
Yes, some of the time.
Yeah, I like the BOS is 6 p.m., but we go so late, and budget is
Mhm.
7.
Yeah, that's hard.
Oh, that was a hard meeting. I was just too zonked out from the day, and then it was like playing 100 questions. Great.
I missed your cat in the last meeting.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I'm gonna go to Wi-Fi for a while so that I save my data plan.
Okay.
So. And I'm talking to myself. So, Justin moved. Cool.
Pam, are you doing the land use conference on Saturday? You look frozen.
I am not,
Oh,
although I
no.
usually try to. Well
Okay.
worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it this
Yeah,
go
well
around. I
worth
signed
it.
up for
I'm
2
just,
sessions.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. More education doesn't hurt. A little knowledge.
Brenda and I went to a couple of those.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Oh, no, it's great. I'm hoping online will be good. The live ones were good.
Yeah,
I learned a lot, took a lot of notes.
sure. Good.
As we sit here, they're going to arrive and we're going to be asleep. Was there anything else on the after agenda? Linda, was there any internal business or anything like that that we can do?
No, I don't think so.
Correspondence, other than we do have that one letter?
Madam Chair, I'll be right
Yes.
with just, I'm speaking with the applicant. I'll be right back with you.
Oh, okay. Okay. And
While we're waiting, here's a
crackers.
procedural question. Do we need at some point to reopen the public hearing part of the public meeting?
Yeah, we will be public until we go non-public. So we will be public and we will
Okay.
read the letter. Yeah, we'll
Okay,
read the
right, and then
letter.
accept new testimony and
Yeah.
evidence. whatever. Okay, and
Yeah,
that's,
read the letter.
okay,
And then we would have the applicant or the representative add whatever they want to.
Yeah.
We could, as a board, ask more questions.
mhm.
And then when we're done asking questions, we would go non-public.
Yeah,
But we would-
close the public hearing, yeah.
Yeah, we'd still be public. People
That's
would see
public
us.
meeting, not public hearing, yep,
Yeah, people would see us conversing.
good. Just wanted to be clear, you never know.
Yep. Somewhere I have a plan.
No doubt.
Hopefully, Justin, hopefully they'll give you a a PDF of the manual, the land
Okay.
use manual
Yeah,
that you could share. Because usually I bring back the printed booklet and Linda scans it all in page by page. So if they give you a PDF download, hold on to that
okay,
and we can share that out because usually they'll go through changes to current RSAs and
okay,
how that affects land use decisions. And
Mhm.
that's the most valuable is, stuff that the legislature has done. And, sometimes they'll brief you on some cases. So you have an example, like with cell towers or with like B&Bs, Airbnb.
yeah, they have one of those, sessions, rental session, I think it is, or something along those lines. Remember you were talking about that last time you went, that was a big topic, was the Airbnb and another
Yeah.
one, VRB or something.
Yeah, again, that had to do with like business and profit taxes, stuff like that.
Sure.
They have like an introductory one for zoning board
Mhm.
with procedure. And as you've been with us for a year or so, 2 years, you might find that a little redundant.
Yeah, let me see, I'm trying to pull it up now, see which ones I signed up for. Cause I think I did do, I don't know. I think I did do one of those, the zoning board, from the application to the decision making, or zoning board decision
Sure.
making, or something along those lines.
Sure.
But let's see. Maybe my agenda. Yeah, ZBA decision making, workforce housing challenges and solutions,
Hmm.
meeting mechanics of land use boards, and roles and responsibility of the zoning board of adjustments.
Yep, cool.
Now,
Yeah, all
kind of
sound good.
we'll see.
You don't get a free lunch though. I mean, that was part of the reason it was going, was free lunch.
Right, yeah.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I did hear from Mr. Frankowitz, and he is going to be coming in very shortly. He thought it was at 7 o'clock. And he is trying to be on by 7. I did talk to the applicant. She has been having a problem trying to get on the meeting because she's having computer issues. So I explained to her the process using her phone. So she's
Uh-huh.
trying that now.
All right, so she may be dialing in by voice.
Correct.
Okay.
But she said she was definitely comfortable with Scott speaking for her, but she still needs to be able to have access in. If she can't get in, then we have to try
We have
to
to
work
postpone.
to,
We'd have to continue.
right. So I replied to Scott and let him know that we're waiting until he comes on board.
Sure, so far it hasn't been that tough a meeting.
You're right.
Of all the meetings I've been through lately, this has been the pleasurable one.
Yep, so far so good.
We got our crackers, we got our snacks, we're waiting. And so Linda, was there any internal business or correspondence from the end of the meeting that we could discuss or?
Not that I'm aware of. I can inform the board that the zoning board's budget was reviewed by the Board of Selectmen and adopted.
Good, thank you.
Good, thank you.
I mean, approved, I should say, approved.
Approved to go to vote, yeah. Someone's here.
Oh, that ding sound? That was just my phone. It was Scott asking if June was on the meeting. She isn't yet, I don't believe.
Yeah, I can't see the participants. My phone only allows me to see who's speaking.
Oh, boy. She's calling back. Let me see what,
Somebody's
gonna
on that
mute.
says June
I just
F.
let her in.
Kowalski.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh, she's calling me. Okay. I'm gonna mute. Didn't pick up in time. Susan, can you ask her to unmute herself? It looks like she's muted. I don't know if she can hear me.
She's
Oh,
unmuted
she
now.
just did.
So is June with us?
I don't know if she heard you, Pam. Oh,
Good. Ms. Kolakowski, are you with us?
I don't know. She left a phone message. I'm gonna go listen to it.
Okay, all right. Susan, were there any other people,
Nope.
abutters or anybody?
Nope. You all got that letter, so you can read that
Yep.
into the record.
We have that.
I'm gonna step out real quick, grab a glass of water before everybody gets here.
Okay, you have my permission. Just for the record, I will do a promo for Hannaford's Penguin Crackers. They're light, they're airy, and the price is better than Goldfish.
Cool.
And I am in no way, shape, or form getting paid from Hannaford's.
Thank you for that public disclaimer.
Okay, so I just played the message. And she said she is on, but she does not have audio. And she hasn't been able to get on her phone. She had an issue with getting on the computer because she didn't have the audio, but she did say that she's on with the computer with no audio. But I can call her back and see if I can talk her through the phone thing. I might as well, I
All
guess.
she's got to do is dial that. Well, we do need her. She has that right to be here, so. ask her if she's unable to, because we're running a half hour in, if she would want us to consider a postponement
Except that it's 7
or
o'clock already.
continuation. Yeah, a continuation at this point, because it's been half an hour.
Scott's coming right now. Scott just signed in.
Good evening.
Hi, Scott.
All right, Mr. Frankowitz,
Sorry about that.
good evening. We're having difficulties. Ms. Kulikowski is unable to get audio, computer problems and all. Linda's trying to take her through the telephone method of calling in.
Okay.
But without the applicant being able to be present, it might become necessary to postpone or continue, even though you're her representative. But if she's not able to be present, that's a difficulty.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in a holding pattern, just waiting on this.
Okay.
Very nice view. You're not
Not
fooling me,
far
it's
away.
not daylight.
What's that?
I'm like,
Okay,
like,
here
wow,
we
it's
are.
daylight where you are? Okay,
Madam Chair,
June, you with us?
can you hear her?
Yes.
I have her on speakerphone. She's on the phone on speakerphone.
Great.
She said she can hear,
Okay.
and now she can see,
So
and
she-
she heard Scott, so we
One of
can,
my computers that has
Okay.
audio.
Good.
for whatever reason.
All right, so we're going to commence with case 20-1, June Kolakowski, Big Buck, Bigelow Road, map 125, lot 23 and 24. At last meeting, we covered everything, including the testimony on all the criteria. So we were at the point of additional abutter comments, and we continued to allow the public to submit comment needed. So we did receive one letter. So I will read that now into the record. So dated September 25th, 2020. Dear Zoning Board, I strongly oppose the building of a two-bedroom home, map 125, lot 23 and 24. The lot size is under the required 2 acres. The road frontage and upland soil is a problem. I live
Oh,
Lost her.
Pam, Madam Chair.
She,
not even showing up, so I think she dropped out.
Yeah, and I think I just lost June because I tried to move the phone. There she is. Hello,
Okay.
that was on my end.
So we'll go
Phone
back
closer
to
to the
the first
speaker.
paragraph.
Hold on.
We're trying.
Okay. She's back on. June's back on, I think.
Hey,
Yes, I am.
All right, I don't know what happened there. There was a glitch. All right, so as reading, the end of first paragraph was the road frontage and upland soil is a problem. I live below the 2 lots on Bigelow. There is a wetland and a natural water stream. Hard to
she's gone again.
say water in my backyard, my house that I just. Is there any reason for that? I'm all for progress, but there are codes and requirements. Thank you, Christine M. Reed. All right, so that was the one letter. Are there any other butters or people of interest online? All right, hearing none. To Ms. Kolakowski and Mr. Frankowitz, right?
Yeah.
Frankowitz, do you have anything to add?
I do. We submitted those renderings and the video. I'm not sure if you guys have seen those. If not, if you want to share my screen, I could show you the renderings and the video that was created for the,
You should be able to.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I saw the video. I don't know about the rest of the board. I did not see renderings.
you guys see anything? I don't see it.
The desktop.
It's starting, it's uploading. There's your screen. You have your desktop.
So this, can you see the video? It's still frame right now, but I just started it.
I only
Yeah.
see your desktop.
Yeah, the video's playing.
Oh, there it is.
So this is coming down Big Bigelow or Bigelow's Road, and then to the right is Big Buck. The lot is right in the middle there. You can see the driveway down to the right, and this would is if you continue down Bigelow, and then the house that would be on the lot, and this will turn to the right as it goes down, showing the lot. And this lower edge that's smoother, that's kind of the wetland area, and then it's looking back up Bigelow. And I'm not sure how to switch what I'm sharing.
Love technology.
Yeah.
You'd have to come out of full screen.
Now I'll try to get the other. Not sure what's going on here, but I'm not. Can you see my screen at all?
Desktop. And we just saw the meeting for a second.
There we go.
All
Now,
right,
can you
there you go.
see the rendering? So this is down Big Buck. We're standing on the woods across the street. This would be where the gravel driveway would go into the house. And then this is a little bit further down, kind of where the culvert is that goes under the road in the driveway. And then again, this is just another clip coming down Bigelow, looking at the lot, and then down past the lot. And then an overview of the orange would be the property line. And then the blue would be the 20-foot setback. And then you can kind of see it in the trees here would be the wetland down in there where my cursor is. And then of course the house is right here with the front lawn, and then Bigelow and Big Buck. And that's really what there was talk about the drainage that comes through the lot and discharges down on this side of the lot. As you may or may not know, this lot's kind of been used as a dumping yard for the neighborhood for many years, which will obviously be cleaned up with putting a house there. When I say dumping lot, I mean landscape stuff, grass clippings and different things like that have been dumped in this area of the lot. that will obviously stop and the lot will be cleaned up. And one of the things that June does on all our houses is she does a 3-foot gravel drip edge. So anything coming off the house is going to go down into that drip edge and into the ground. It's probably going to have a reduction of water running off this lot with this house on it, just because of the way she's going to develop it with the gravel driveway and the gravel around the house. And I think that's all I have to share. And if June has anything else to share, I'm not sure.
Can you hear me? I'm on my phone. I can see you
Yeah.
on the computer, but can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, as Scott has pointed out, I do like a 3-foot drip edge, and it drains from the house, and it'll go percolate into the ground around the home. And also in the process of construction, are these soils that they're holding water. I feel by building the home, bringing in the gravel, as Scott pointed out, and also the drip edge, we're also obviously grub out down to virgin soil. You get rid of all of that topsoil and junk that's there now, for lack of a better word. And at that point, I bring in gravel, sand under that foundation, around the footings, and around the house, which I feel will give a better percolation, drain water, rather than just running over the ground, which I don't know in that area. It doesn't necessarily run over the ground, it's further down. But again, the other thing, it's, as you saw by the video, it'll really clean up the area, having a home here. You go down there now, and as Scott pointed out, it's been a dumping ground. And I just feel between swearing everything off and the house being built, it's not only going to look better, but I don't see how that's going to impact the water going to the abutter. I understand there have been water issues there since the house has been, these folks have lived there. You have any questions for me regarding the construction, the site work?
not for me. Ted?
No specific questions. I don't have any. I like the idea of a small house, and I think to me, it's not so much about the house, it's about the lot. And we need to talk about the lot and what's going on there.
Yes, it is.
Justin?
Actually, I'm doing a smaller
Comment?
home than what the footprint would allow, because I do want a deck, as you can see, with the roof coming off it. It's a 2-bedroom septic, approved through the state already at this time.
No, I don't have any questions about the construction.
Okay. I too have no questions on the construction. And Scott's showing the criteria. Okay, we're back. So any, for Ms. Kolakowski and for Mr. Frankowitz, any other additional comments you'd like to make?
No.
Okay, any questions from the board?
Anything you'd like to add?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, this is difficult. I have my ear, the phone, and seeing you folks on the computer. I wish I had the audio with the computer.
And we appreciate you managing this. It's a tough thing. Scott, anything
No.
else?
I don't believe so. Obviously, we'll answer any questions about the lot and the frontage and all that once any questions are answered or asked.
Okay. So we've already done the all the testimony, and are there any additional comments from the abutters? Did anybody come online? Okay, no. So before we go to deliberations, board, do you have more questions or comments?
No.
Not now.
All right, so if we have no further questions or comments for the applicant or representative, do you want to go to the deliberation portion?
Oh, yes.
Sure,
Any
absolutely.
motion to that effect?
Okay.
Well, then I
All
move.
right, motion for non-public.
Well, yeah, just to formally close the public hearing and resume our public meeting to discuss it
Right.
among ourselves. Technically, there's a public hearing still underway.
Right.
We need to close that, and then we can talk about it.
Correct. Everybody stays with us. Everybody hears what we say, but there's no additional comments coming in. Unless, of course, if it's necessary, we can come out. It's okay. Nobody panic. So, Justin, is that okay with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Closed public. That's fine with me.
Okay, I too, it's fine with me. So, if we take the variances one by one and look at them just separately. So first variance up is the lot size, Article 4B, 2B. It's going to be subsection B. Lot size that does not meet zoning ordinance. Combined lots have 0.53 acres. So we can entertain a motion, or well, actually, let's go do discussion first. So Justin, any discussion?
I have a tough one with this. I know Ted has mentioned it multiple times also. It's such a tiny lot, and I understand all these lots were small off the bat. And I understand that she's combining two lots to try and get somewhere close to the 2 acres. I'm just having a real tough time with the lot size of this property. Just that one spot she can build on. It's great that, she figured out how to get a house on it, but I'm just having a tough time with that lot size. Just the overcrowding, that neighborhood right there, it's nice woods now. Now you're going to put up a house. The house is beautiful, but we have ordinances in the zoning laws and everything for a reason. And I'm having a tough time with the lot size. That's kind of where I stand on it. Thank you.
Ted?
Yeah, I agree with everything just said. In addition, I think, you look at the numbers and as I said last time, it's all well and good that they're proposing to combine two subdivided lots that were subdivided over a half a century ago. I understand that, and that's a small move in the right direction, I guess you could say theoretically. Nonetheless, the plain requirement of the zoning ordinance is 2 acre minimum, and that applies everywhere all around town in every circumstance. And that's been in place for years, not quite as long as this subdivision. But what I'm saying is that there's a big difference between 2 acres and just over a 1/4 acre. This is 0.53 acres, even combined with the 2 lots. And then you look at the lot and see how much is really wetland and unbuildable land. We haven't even gotten to the question of contiguous upland soil yet. It's just that you're starting with a lot that's barely a 1/4 the minimum size, and then you're taking most of that away because of the actual topography out there. And yes, it does leave a tiny area. I am not at all in favor of letting this go forward. Let's put aside for now, because we want to focus on the particular case, the implications of setting a precedent. Should we approve this whole thing and it goes forward? And there might be a cute little house there, but every other time Dick and Harry with any people are going to be plowing through the old county records to see who else has crazy tiny lots that somebody might have rubber stamped 50 something years ago. So for all of those reasons, I am very much not in favor of this. Are we making general comments, or is this specific to the first question, the granting of?
First, let's keep to the first one.
Right, the granting of
to
this
the
variance, well, in my opinion,
lot size.
the granting of this variance would be contrary to the public interest because the lot is too small in every way.
Okay. For my comments, I concur that the 0.53 acres is not in the ballpark of 2 acres. I also shared the concern of about 25% of it would be for wet or for the stream passage. I also have a concern about the land itself. I'm not sure that approving or doing something with this lot is a precedent because it's a case-by-case, land-by-land issue.
You're exactly right.
So, yeah, so I'm not sure we'd get a precedence on it. So I wouldn't say that I would rule against something because of precedent, but I do concur that it has the 0.53 acres where 2 acres are required. Any additional input from the board? So are we ready to entertain a motion?
I move that the board declare or conclude that the granting of this variance would be contrary to the public interest based on testimony and evidence presented.
That's a well-stated motion. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
No.
All right, we'll take a roll call vote. Justin, how do you vote?
Not in favor. In favor of the, sorry, in favor of the, the motion.
Motion.
Yes, yes.
Not grant.
Sorry,
In favor of the motion, which was not grant.
correct.
Mr. Wilkinson, how do you vote?
Yes, in favor of the motion. It would be contrary to the public interest.
Okay, I too are in favor to not.
Oh, boy.
B1B for road frontage. The type of road
Madam Chair,
frontage,
we
lots.
we
lot
lost you
fronts
for
on-
a moment.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Did you lose
Reach-
me before the vote concluded?
Yes, you were voting when it,
Okay. It's that internet. I voted for the motion, which was to not grant because it is not in the interest of the public zoning 2 acre requirement. So the vote is not in favor of the variance.
may I just jump in
Second.
here for a minute? I just
Yeah.
want to clarify for the record,
Yeah.
you are denying the application for the variance by this vote.
Yes, the motion was made. The motion was made
Not
to
grant
not
the variance.
grant.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the clarification. Yes, my
And-
understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but unless an applicant succeeds with all 5 tests, the zoning board cannot grant the variance. And so, yes, the implication of this first vote is therefore that the variance and or variances will not be granted. However, I think this vote was just on this question number 1. And I think it was just, we're still talking about the first variance request, I believe.
Yeah.
I'd like to
That granting
simplify.
it would be, yep, that granting it would be contrary to the public interest, and it's the 2 acres. Next variance was 4B, 1B road frontage. For type of road, lot fronts on private roads, we have 177 feet on Bigelow, 155 feet on Buck Road. So any discussion? And I'll lead off with, I think Ted this time, because Justin led the discussion last time.
Okay.
This is
Um,
road frontage.
Right. I have a little bit less of a problem with road frontage because, as I explained at length at the last meeting, there actually is a lot of frontage for this otherwise peculiar lot. However, none of it is on a town road or a class 5 or better highway. And so it's the prima facie violation of the things that we are supposed to be enforcing. But the plain fact is that it does not have the required road frontage on the highway, on a town highway. It doesn't. So I'm chewing on that one. I'm not
Okay.
going to make a motion yet. I want to hear the rest of the discussion on the board, but that's my first
That's a
foray
cheap
on this one.
Justin?
So my thought about the road frontage is, there's definitely plenty of road frontage on the property, and there's a town maintained road right there. It's not too far away, so that's why I could lean any way on this one. In the house or the property, not the house, the property is right there at the end of the town road. So, I'm thinking about emergency vehicles accessing that property if need be. I don't see an issue with the road frontage, but I do agree that, it is on the private road. Both road frontages on private roads. It's not like one is on a private road, one's on a town maintained road. That's kind of what's catching me, but I'm leaning more towards, the other side, just because it's so close to a town road. If it was a mile from a town road, totally different conversation we'd be having. I'm kind of on the fence right now. So, I just kind of like to see what Pam has to say. That's all I got for that.
Thank you for your throwing. I'll catch the ball. Great. I feel like the footage on the two roads is sufficient in the amount of feet for frontage. Again, it is on private roads, and I concur with Justin's. It's not far from a town maintained road. For the safety factor, I found that there would be sufficient room for like a fire truck or ambulance to have to turn around to make the turn back up the road. So for public safety, I don't see this as a problem. Obviously, because it's above a class 5 road, it would require that 674-41 be submitted if the variance is granted. But I'm not, I see this as not a big issue on this lot because it does have that frontage on both Bigelow and Big Buck Road. And again, not far from the town road. So, and I feel public safety could be served if needed. So I'm more leaning in favor of this variance for the road frontage. So I think I'm leaning towards that. All right, any additional comments?
Just look.
An interesting question. I believe, as Linda may have alluded to, that because there was a unanimous vote against the first one, that the project itself will not go forward. But I suppose we could go ahead and approve the variance specifically having to do with the road frontage. As I said before, that really isn't an issue for me. I think we should be mindful of playing a little legal defense here. If we get challenged, if the town gets challenged, I want it to be clear that the denial of the first variance request was focused on the lot size and how crazily undersized it was, not on the road frontage.
Correct.
Well, if it was understood that I meant anything different than that, I did not. No, you need to vote on all three.
Yep, we got to do all three.
Right.
I would definitely support that, Ted. No, I didn't intend to mean that.
No, I just want to be clear. Thank you.
Because if they appeal, they could possibly, if they want to appeal, they might, you know, they still need an answer on all of them.
Well, yes, they do, and they will be able to
Right.
get the minutes of this meeting, and I just want to make it clear that it was our understanding as we go forward with the process, and in fact vote on all three, that we're aware of the implications, having denied the first one, but that we're happy to consider the other two on their individual merits.
Right. And
Good
for my
point.
part, that's what I do, is, for my part, it would be the individual merit. And Justin, you have a comment?
No, I was going to just add too that I just saw my plans, the notes from the last meeting, and even like Big Buck Road, you know, it's 20 feet wide. So, you know, looking back at, you know, the road frontage and public safety and things like that. I mean, even though it's a private road, it's a pretty wide private road. So I think I'm definitely, you know, leaning towards more in favor. The more I look at the plans, and like I said, my biggest thing is it's just so close to a public road. That's all I got.
Okay. Does anyone have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Sure. Having considered, you want me to go?
I
I'd be
think
happy to wait.
Justin got in ahead of you there, Ted.
That's fine.
Thank you, Justin.
So go ahead,
Uh,
Justin.
Make a motion to approve the road frontage. Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. Simple.
Could say the spirit of the ordinance is observed in that it has over, over 200 feet, close to 300 feet, 300 and something feet.
Yes, that would be a good addition to make it a little more specific.
The spirit of the ordinance is observed.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Just like that. Perfect.
So Susan, get that. That's 4B, 1B, road frontage, motion to approve.
To approve.
The spirit of the ordinance is observed. So Ted, how do you vote?
I vote in favor of granting the second variance, the one specifically about road frontage.
Okay. Let me see. You made the motion, Justin. So go ahead, Justin. You have to vote. I'm acting chair. So Justin, how do you vote?
Yes, in favor.
Okay. I too vote in favor. So the motion carries 3-0 to approve, to grant the variance on road frontage. Okay, and last one is 4B2D, excuse me, 4B2D, upland soil. Lots shall contain a minimum of 1 acre of contiguous upland soil for development purposes. This land has 0.28 acres of contiguous upland soil, where 1.0 acres is required. So any discussion on this variance? Ted, I'll start with you again.
Okay, sure. My problem with this one is directly parallel to and following along in the wake of the first variance request, specifically the town requirement, the ordinance requirement, as you just correctly stated, is a minimum of 1 acre contiguous upland soil, whereas this one has barely 25% of that, just marginally over 1/4, just as the overall hypothetically someday to be consolidated lot is barely over 1/4 of the minimum 2 acre lot size. This is not a good idea to try to shoehorn in a house and a well and a septic and a leach field, just upgrading it from what will be a serious water course if it ever starts raining again. And so, as I've said before, they did a good job meeting all of the setback requirements. You know, on paper, you can do it. I thought Scott did a really good professional presentation with his hypothetical fantasy road cruise, nice picture of the house, rendering as he called it. But that doesn't mean that it makes sense for us to encourage a house to be built on such a tiny portion of the contiguous upland soil that is supposed to be there.
Okay, thank you, Ted. Justin?
So I agree with Ted. You know, it's not even a quarter, it's almost a quarter of what's required. And, you know, I understand that's why they come to the zoning board, because they don't meet the requirements for the town, you know, ordinances. So I understand that, but they're not even close to, you know, the 1 acre. So I'm definitely not in favor of the upland soil. Simple.
Okay. And I'm definitely feeling much along the same lines with that upland soil, and with the corner of the lot as it is dropping down, and the water flow, and also the water flow through. Looking at the wetland in a drought on the opposite side of the road from the culvert, it was still clearly wet. So that just shows that if you're still wet in a drought, then that is a potential serious water problem in springtime or flash flooding. So my feeling on the upland soil, again with the 0.28, that it's not sufficient to the 1 acre requirement. So if there's no further discussion, is there any further discussion? Yeah, okay, I'll entertain a motion.
It's all you, Ted.
Okay. I'd move that the zoning board deny the variance from Article 4, Section B2, lowercase d, upland soil, for being dramatically undersized.
Okay, second,
I'll second that.
Justin second. So you have a motion on the floor for 4B2 sub D, upland soil, motion to deny. And your reason there, Ted, was the spirit?
Well, sure, you call it the spirit of the ordinance. It would be contrary to the public interest if we were to approve something like this. So either
That
one
wording would be.
it would not do substantial justice. It might possibly diminish the value of surrounding properties. I mean, sure, let's do would be contrary to the public interest. That's good enough.
I think that's adequate. All right, any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, we'll go to vote. Roll call vote. Justin, how do you vote?
Yes, in favor of the denial.
Okay, thank you for clarity. Ted, how do you vote?
Likewise, yes, in favor of the denial.
All right, I too vote yes in favor of denial. It's tricky when you're voting yes and no to no deny. So thank you for
yes.
that clarity. So the variance is not granted. Vote of 3-0 to uphold the motion to deny. All right, well, that's it on this case. Anything additional? All right, so we can come out of our non-public or our deliberations. Ms. Kolakowski, June.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very sorry to deny 2 of the 3 variances. I do honestly, I see where you're going with the plan, the project, the idea, and but it's just the actual town ordinances of 2 acres and 1 acres. That would be the sticking point. But I thank you, and I thank Scott Frankowitz for your hard work on this.
Okay, is Scott there? No, I guess he's not. Okay, thank you very much for hearing my case.
Absolutely, and it's nice to hear from you again. Certainly miss knowing you from years ago.
Okay.
All
Thank you.
right,
Bye.
bye-bye. All right, so at this point, I will turn the acting chair over to his newly anointed greatness, our new chairman of the zoning board, Justin Time Miller.
Here, here.
Thank you.
Yay!
Brenda can come back if she would like to join us in this meeting.
Well, we'll give her
There she
a
is.
bonus points if she stayed with us all
Already,
along.
Already
Thanks for
bossing the
joining.
staff around.
Good, good. So I guess there's no internal business,
Not that I know of.
Nope.
nothing.
Ask me and answer.
No,
All
I have
right.
nothing.
Anybody else have anything?
Is there, Linda, is there anything coming down the line?
Oh, that's what I want.
Not that I know of. I'm just looking here at the calendar.
Yeah, does the December meeting fall in anything?
Want to make sure we got this.
The 28th of November is the next meeting.
Okay.
November 23rd.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's
The
December.
23rd
The 23rd.
And the 28th in December.
and the
What's our
20
meeting, the 28th?
in December.
Yeah, we should be all set. We'll notify you. Typical practices, if we don't have a case,
I usually email.
I will let you know. And unless a board member has something to bring forward for internal business, we go to the next month till we get something else.
Great.
Sounds
Any
good.
motions?
Tough job, Justin.
I know, stuff. Any further motions we'd like to do tonight?
Well, simply, first of all, I'd just like to thank Pam for getting us through the last public hearing, and I now move that we adjourn.
Yes,
Second.
thank you. Motion by Tim,
Second.
second by Brenda.
Oh, Brenda, get in there first.
All in favor?
Excellent.
There you go, Brenda.
Aye,
Okay.
Hi.
Pam, Ted,
aye, aye.
Brenda,
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Justin, yes.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Thanksgiving
Thank you.
to all of you.
Thank you,
Oh,
everybody.
you too. Bye, Linda. Bye,
Bye,
Susan.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.